So you're not going to believe this. I bet you will. The Ukraine war should have been over already because they already had an agreement. Yes, the world Putin wants, how distortions about the past feed delusions about the future. This is from Foreign Affairs. This is Fiona Hill. She wrote this for Foreign Affairs. And Brando, however you pronounce his last name, he figured this out. He says, I was alerted to this Foreign Affairs piece by that woman, Fiona Hill, accidentally let slip a key fact. Russia and Ukraine agreed to a tentative settlement in April that would have halted the war. Hill doesn't mention that UK Prime Minister flew to Kiev instantly to scuttle it. So this is out of that article. I'll read it to you. It says, according to multiple former senior U.S. officials we spoke with, in April 2022, Russian and Ukrainian negotiators appeared to have tentatively agreed on the outlines of a negotiated interim settlement. Russia would withdraw to its position on February 23rd when it controlled part of the Donbass region and all of Crimea, and in exchange, Ukraine would promise not to seek NATO membership and instead receive security guarantees from a number of countries. See, that's in that article. Of course, Hill doesn't mention UK Prime Minister flew to Kiev instantly. So I remember this.
I remember he flew to stop it.
I remember that too. It was like, bam.
I didn't know the details, but I remember Boris was like, oh. He showed up like Chris Farley.
Yes. Remember it was Ukrainian pro-Western paper that reported Johnson's scuttling of the talks. Now, thanks to Hill, we know those talks actually bore fruit. The Western press, by the way, continues to simply pretend this reporting doesn't exist.
You know what makes me really mad? Think about being at that airport at the Hudson News in Chicago. Not only was it self-checkout, which added time, at the end, after I figured out how to scan my crap, you want to give your change to Ukraine? Like there was no, fuck no. I wanted to smash the thing.
These talks, according to the consummate establishment figure Hill, yielded a tentative agreement, yet Washington's response at the time was to play down and discourage their results.
Is this pre the 54
This
billion?
is from the Washington Post. It says Ukraine-Russia talks stir optimism, but West urges caution.
Give Boris a chance to screw it up.
Yeah. Mounting evidence this war could have been ended in April, but that the UK, if you believe it, would do something like this on its own. Work to prevent that. Why no outrage about this in the West among those who cheer for war while saying their hearts bleed for Ukraine? Because they're not told to care about this. That's why. Because the military-industrial complex and Wall Street, which owns our government, and our media doesn't want them saying this. So they're not going to say it.
Yeah, that's why the Hill didn't say that part, because that's not the Hill they wanted to.
Her name is Hill. It's in Foreign Affairs. So here it is, Foreign Affairs. But as Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stated in July interview with his country's state media, this compromise is no longer an option.
Oh, good.
So they gave him an option in April. They had it almost worked out. And who sabotaged it? NATO and the West and the UK. That's who sabotaged it. This is a war of choice by the West.
They're not winning also, by the way.
Well, that's why Sergei Lavrov is saying, fuck you. So the guy from Russia is telling him to go pound sand. You guys lost your chance to negotiate. Now we're just going to win. And by the way, they're putting a big hurt on everybody in the world. Russia is. After the Western world tried to sanction them. They tried to, we don't want your oil. Oh, really?
Did you see they have so much extra natural gas?
They're burning it.
They have to burn. And then the articles they're hurting the environment.
They're hurting the environment. So here's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says that deal is no longer on the table. Even giving Russia all of the Donbass is not enough. Now the geography is different, Lavrov asserted in describing Russia's short-term military and
So the thing they were afraid of that they were going to take more and more
they're
is now happening because
they
did that.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have negotiated this out in April, and they did it on purpose. And what we said is true, that the United States, NATO, UK, and Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, are using Ukrainians as cannon fodder for a money grift.
Well, if you look how they think of people, I mean, they don't give a shit if you have clean water in most places here. What do they
That's
care
right.
about the people of Ukraine, really?
Hey, we're coming to Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Detroit, Los Angeles, Spokane, Tacoma, Denver. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all our tickets for all our live shows. See you there.